What's up, Tim Heck here. Just want to give you a quick demo of my new application for Android called LaunchIt. LaunchIt is a searching and organizing application. Lets you find all the content on your phone. Let's check it out. So LaunchIt, the main goal is to be able to search everything. So we can actually come in here and we can do a search. Let's say we do a search for something like shop. And you can see as I'm typing, it's actually filtering out all of the results, and we ended up with my shopping list and Shop Savvy here. I've also added some custom things in here, like search the Android market. So if you did a search for something like, let's say, Twitter, you'll see that I come up with Twidroid, but I also have the option where I can go and search the Android market, and it'll take me straight to everything regards to Twitter on the market. So I also added a little notification shortcut here to get to LaunchIt. Makes it pretty easy to get back to where you are at. One of the nice features about Launch is it keeps track of the things that you've launched in a history. So you can see the last few things that I've launched here. It also keeps track of how many times you launch things. So you can see the things that you use the most is under a popular tab here. And of course I give you a little favorites folder where you can store all of your favorite things. So LaunchIt doesn't just do applications. You can see it does things like for your music, your albums, artists, it does the playlists, bookmarks, browser history, calendar events, contacts, Gmail, and I've also included settings in here, and we have SMS. So any of this stuff, it will be there's an initial index when you start it up, but anything will be added, as you put it on your phone. So let's say we go to the market here and we install I don't know what's a good Twitter thing. Let's say Nano Tweeter. So we'll see Nano Tweeter download here, and then once Nano Tweeter's been installed, LaunchIt will pick that up, and we can just go do our search and LaunchIt here for Twitter again. And we can see if I can type Twitter correctly. Now we have oops. Oh, it's Nano Tweeter, that's why. Well, close enough. We typed TW and we got Twidroid and Nano Tweeter. So kind of nice. You can also do things like search Google. I've even done a little add-in to Twidroid, so you can do a tweet right from here if you wanted. Some of the other things here, let's take a look in the folders. So any of these folders you can actually, if you like them, you can pin them to the top if you use them regularly. So we can put our contacts at the top here. We can set them. I've given you a little custom button, so we can actually set that as a custom button, and that way we can jump right to, say, the contacts, for instance. Let's do a search for, let's say, Gmail. You'll see we have the Gmail app, and then we have some contacts that have Gmail email addresses, some of my Gmail messages, and then again the options to search here. Really handy to be able to find anything, any of this type of content here. Some of these things still working a bit on the Gmail and the calendar. They're not really open APIs, so but it does work. I've also added a voice search feature, so you can do things like we can do an actual search here. Calendar. And you'll see that it just found the calendar app, it found the calendar event that I had, and again we have our search options. So you can even use this. I've put in the options to, let's say, open history. and you'll see it opens my history folder. And I can also do something like start Gmail, and it runs the Gmail app for me. So pretty nice. I want to give you a couple of or a little intro to some of the settings that we have here. You've seen the notification bar. Put in a search type, which allows you to decide if you want, it's on what's called a fuzzy search right now, which gives you a lot more results. It looks for any character that you're typing. If you don't like that, you can actually change that and make it a little bit more or less accurate depending on how you like that. You have the options for the real icons, so things like your albums and contacts all have, if they're available, they'll have the images in there. Makes it run a little bit slower right now, but so I'll give you the option to use some generic icons if you don't like that. I do have a couple built-in skins, so you can take a look. Here's one of the other ones here. I do have some other skins on the way. There's a little transparency issue with the new Android SDK, so I'm trying to sort that out. Again, we have the voice search option, so you can actually change the commands. I found that it was a pain. The speech recognition is not quite up to par, I don't think. So if you have trouble using these particular commands, start and open, then you can change those. We have a data tab here, which allows us to decide whether or not we want LaunchIt to monitor in the background. It's not overly battery intensive. There's a couple of things I've had to do, but for the most part it's monitoring and waiting to get a notification from the system that say something was installed or an SMS message was received. So it's not too bad on that end. We have applications, the bookmarks, history, contacts, SMS, calendar, artists, albums, playlist. I'm actually probably going to add songs to that as well. And Gmail, you do have to put your Gmail address in there for that to work properly. I also gave some list options, so you can actually decide what orders you want the list to show up. So like for the search order, right now I have it sorted by type. So all of the contacts will be together, all the applications will be together. If I wanted to change that, maybe I want my search results to show up alphabetically, then it'll actually sort everything alphabetically. My favorite one to have for search order is most used, because as you do a search, if I start typing, let's say G and then maybe M, the top result is going to be the one that I use the most. So as you start using LaunchIt, the things that use the most will show up right at the top of your search results as you type, so you'll have to type less and less each time. So, and I also gave this option for the favorites, popular, history. So if you prefer to have those in different orders, history defaults to most recent, so it's going to show the most recent thing at the top that you launch. I put in the custom actions here, so things like search Google, search the Android market, you can turn these on and off. I have Amazon and Wikipedia as well, and send tweet if you have Twidroid installed. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys like it and looking to do some improvements. Feel free to send feedback to launchitsupport@gmail.com, and this should be hitting the market in the next day. So hope you like it. Take care.